Want to learn how to make wafer paper flowers that are not stiff and dull looking, but beautiful with realistic details and movement? Then stay tuned to the very end of the video and I will tell you exactly how I do it. Hello everyone, and I'm so glad you're joining in today for this mini tutorial on how to create a beautiful peony center, just like this one. Now this step-by-step video on how to create a center will be coming up very soon, but first I wanted to take the opportunity to share a little bit about my journey in the cake decorating world and how I built my cake career from the ground up. My name is Amanda Lee and I am the instructor and founder of Sugar Cake School. Now, my business was born out of a time of adversity. I had just been made redundant from my job as a pastry chef due to a company restructure, and I had also just recovered from 2 months in hospital for an autoimmune condition. And to top it all off, my rental was up for renovations, so I was also forced to evict my home. It was, yes, a crazy time with very low finances, and I started to get really worried about how I was going to cover my day-to-day expenses. I had no family living in my city at the time, so I really was on my own to fend for myself. Now one day, out of the blue, a friend asked me to make a fondant custom cake for her, and she said, "I'll pay you, it's for my anniversary." And I was like, yes, of course, why not? And it was then in that moment that I realized what a mountain of opportunity there was in the world of cake and baking, that it didn't matter that my regular source of income had disappeared. With cake decorating, I realized I could create my own opportunities. So I launched my first business, The Cakery, in 2013 with the support of friends and family. Now I knew so little at the time, and this really showed in my work. My marketing was embarrassing, my cake pictures were terrible, and I would only be able to secure really cheap cake orders because my work just didn't have the professional edge that it needed to attract higher paying clients. Not only that, but at the time I hardly knew any other cake decorators in the industry, so I was basically very alone in what was a big wide world of cake decorating. As you can imagine, all of this resulted in very slow sales and a lot of frustration and discouragement. I remember crying a lot in secret because I just felt like a failure, and I kept on having this feeling that I wanted to give up many times. However, because I had no other options, I just had to keep going. So then and there I decided I had to find a way to make things better. I needed to find a way to change my business, to make myself better in both cake decorating and business. So that's what I did. I sought out business mentors, I invested my savings into cake classes, and I asked for feedback from my clients, and I started to connect online with other cake decorators. And all of this taught me so much and was exactly what I needed to get out of that deep, dark rut. I changed my entire product offering to be more streamlined and really worked on giving my cakes a professional finish and look. I also introduced a lot of new modern techniques to my design, which started to raise my profile in the local bridal cake industry. Since relaunching my business as Sugar Cakes with all of these new changes and learning 6 years ago, I started to get featured in global cake magazines, blogs, and much to my surprise, went on to win multiple cake awards and competitions both locally and internationally. I really couldn't believe how much my cake work had grown in the space of under 2 years of active, focused learning and hard work. I know that some of my story is probably familiar to many of you listening right now, so if this does resound with you, then I encourage you to join me again in my next video coming up tomorrow, where I will share the 3 keys to profitability and growth in the cake decorating industry that I have learnt over the years. I truly believe that it will help you wherever you find yourself in your cake journey. So now we're going to head into that tutorial on how to create a stunning peony center for an open peony. And yes, this center can be used for both a wafer paper flower just like this one or a gum paste flower. Here it is now. To make our peony center, I'm going to start by using some green gum paste. Now this gum paste has been colored with moss green edible color gel. I'm going to start by rolling little balls and then shaping them into tiny little teardrop shapes. So they're very small. Start out with little balls that are about the size of a small pea, and then just roll them with your finger against your palm and you'll get a lovely little teardrop shape. So you just want to keep doing this until you get 5 little teardrops. Now place your little teardrops on a foam flower mat and use a Dresden tool and a tiny ball tool to shape the end. So I'll do that again for you just so that you can see what I'm doing. Basically, it's a very simple little press down with the Dresden tool and then thin out the edges with the ball tool. So press down just once or twice, very simple. Use a little ball tool and you just want to thin out the edges. It can be as thin as you like. It'll sort of fray here and there and go off in different directions, and that's great. You want it to look as natural as possible. You'll want to go ahead and do this for all 5 little gum paste pieces. Next, using a pair of small fine pliers, you just want to bend the end of an 18 gauge floral wire. So I'm going to bend it over and form a little hoop at the very end. Doesn't have to be very, very big, but just make sure it's not too tiny, as we want the weight of the peony center to be secured and anchored onto this hook at the end. Next, I'm going to heat up the end of my wire, the hook end, with fire with a little flame. You can do this over the stovetop and gently and carefully insert one of the gum paste pieces just so it sits over the hook. I know it's actually more common to dip the end in some edible glue before doing this, so this one's quite unconventional, but doing it this way actually dries a lot quicker. So I've left the piece on the wire to dry for about an hour, and I'm going to use some edible glue and just brush this all over that centerpiece, and then I'm going to stick the remaining 4 pieces that we made out of gum paste to surround that center piece. Now, you don't have to go about this in a very orderly fashion. You just want it to look quite natural, and so I'm just sticking it 1, 2, 3, 4 all around that center piece. Make sure you press it together firmly and use edible glue and not water so it is secured to the center. Let this dry on a foam dummy whilst we work on the stamens. Now these are peony stamens that I purchased online. I simply went and googled buy floral stamens online, and it brought me to eBay, and I believe I purchased this online. It came from overseas, so I'm really sorry I can't provide more details, but that's what I did. I just Googled for anything that I want to purchase, and these ones came very light, and so I wanted to deepen the color slightly. So I'm using an egg yolk yellow edible luster dust, and I'm just brushing this over the very tips of the stamens, and you can see the difference that it makes. One is so pale and one is a nice rich yellow color, which is what I'm going to use. Next, we're going to dust the tips of our gum paste center that we made earlier. I'm just using a dry brush and dusting on some edible luster dust in a pink color. You just want to dust the outer edges, the very tips of the center, and when you're done, it should look something like this. Next, we're going to put this all together now. So we're going to get our stamens that we have pre-dusted, and we're going to, a pinch at a time, hold it all around that center wire. So I just pick up about 5 pieces at a time, and I just place it and hold it to surround that center. And so you can definitely just do this by eye and keep adding it until you get a look that you're happy with. I'm going to use a piece of floral tape and wrap this very tightly so that the stamens are secured onto that wire center. You want to keep wrapping that floral tape all the way down so that it completely covers all of those stamens. Remember to take your time with arranging the stamens all around the center, and once you wrap it, you'll have a beautiful peony center that you can use for wafer paper flowers like those I teach in my newest online course, the Wafer Paper Flowers mini series. I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. If you did, let me know in the comments section down below on this page. And I also want to hear from you. What is your number one biggest struggle or challenge in the cake decorating world? Share that below in the comments section. It can be about a cake decorating technique, or it can be about a social media or business problem. It will enable me to know a little bit more about you and to know how to create content so Sugar Cake School can be of service to you. In tomorrow's video, I will share details on the highly anticipated launch of my new Wafer Paper Flowers course. The little tutorial that you just watched is a teeny tiny snippet of a comprehensive, in-depth mini series that will teach you anything and everything you need to know about creating realistic wafer paper flowers, complete with natural movement, veining, and lifelike color tones. That, together with the 3 keys to profitability and growth in cake decorating, is coming to you tomorrow. So keep a close eye on your inbox. You really don't want to miss that video. Thank you so much for joining me in today, and I can't wait to see you in our second and final video coming to you tomorrow.